Y'all, I am back from Morocco and my budget is blown. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, y'all, first of all, I don't even want to speak much on Morocco. It was just, I was emotionally all over the place between money and finances for no good reason. No good reason, because obviously whatever I do, I can truly afford to do, but I still have that anxiety when it comes to spending, when it comes to overspending, when it comes to feeling like I'm not making great money choices, right? I beat myself up. So a lot of my trip was spent in that place. And I think because this trip was also a yoga trip and a spiritual awakening, I don't even know if awakening is the right word, but a lot of it was like doing some spiritual work. I just think it really hyper focused the emotions for me. My emotions were just, yeah. And right now it is what, September? It's like the middle of September, September 19th. And my budget is already blown. Already. Blown. I have not blown a budget this bad since I don't even know when. I feel like since ever. I feel like this is a first for me. And in this budget that is already blown, the shopping that I did is not even factored in. Not even factored in because I'm about to go make some returns right now. So I didn't want to put in the budget what I spent because I know I'm about to return a bunch of things. But even at the end of the day, I still spent more than what the budget reflects. So we do the work. We do the gratitude list. We build our list of positive aspects. We write out the things, putting things in perspective. Like, you know what? What are the worst case scenarios here? Are there any worst case scenarios here? What are the places of joy here? Because obviously what we focus on, we will bring more of that. If I keep focusing on my failure, if I keep focusing on where I went wrong, I'm gonna continue to bring more of that. Okay, so getting back, what I know is I could make the money back, hence I went to work. At first I was going to take my vacation straight through. I wasn't going to go back to work. I'm home for like, I leave on Thursday, so I'm home for like 3 days. So I went to work yesterday, Monday. I went to work today, and I'm going to go to work tomorrow morning. In 6 hours, I made back the money that I really spent. But then I realized I did my budget. Actually, no. 6-7 hours, I make back the money that I overspent by. That I know of. Because I haven't done the returns yet. So I know that. So that's the first thing. But this money isn't going to be reflected in my paycheck in the immediately, because what it's going to do is just basically go back to my paid time off, and at the end of the year or whenever, I can actually cash that money out for cash money. So I did find a way to make my money back. And right now, like I said, I'm about to go make some returns. I feel good about that. That's not going to do much for my budget, though, because, again, I still haven't taken out the money that I spent. Y'all, I just cannot believe that I overspent my budget by so freaking much. By so freaking much. But such is life. Sometimes you win and sometimes you fail. And when you fail, the best thing that you can do is just take notes, take assessment, take stock, see what went wrong, where you went wrong. And then maybe the next time you won't go wrong in that way again. Okay, I know exactly where I went wrong. And I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I hope that makes sense. I hope this video makes sense. We're not perfect, y'all. Even those of us who know better, we make mistakes. We still make mistakes, y'all. And it is okay. Life goes on and we move. And like I said, one of the things I do is my list of positive aspects, my list of gratitude, and I just stopped thinking of ways that I could bring more money into my experience to offset what I have done. Because obviously if I had more money, my budget would have been bigger to begin with. It would have been bigger to begin with. And this would have been, there wouldn't even been a such thing as I blew my budget. But as of today, September 19th, I blew my budget. Let me get in here and see what else I got to add to my budget. How much money did I spend on these clothes? All right, bye. Y'all. All right, wait a minute. Let's go try to get us some better light, right? So we're at Target. And we returned the things that we purchased right before our trip to Morocco. And then the stuff that I end up not wearing on my trip, so I'm returning them. I gave myself $900 to spend in Morocco. Hold on. Let me pull up my Every Dollar app. Just so I can tell y'all exactly how much I blew that by. Morocco. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me take a picture. I spent $1,599 in Morocco. It's like my soul said, to hell with $900. $1,600 spent in Morocco. So when I look at what I spent in Morocco, y'all, and like I said, I haven't even put in the shop and the clothes yet because I knew I was making returns. But basically, I have $48 left in my budget. Today's September 19th. $48 to get me through the rest of the month. Which actually, I'm going to leave it like that. We can do, because we leave for vacation again. And I have vacation spending money. But looking at how I really overspent in Morocco, I wonder if I'm going to overspend like that in Hawaii. Am I going to overspend like that in Cape Cod? Am I going to do, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But technically, Cape Cod is in October, technically. Oh, we're finding some grace. We're finding some grace. But let me tell you guys something. Morocco was a journey. I was an emotional wreck in Morocco. And it all started when I overspent. I was trying to find some peace with the situation, and I really couldn't. I felt foolish. I felt I felt taken advantage of, because y'all, I went out in them streets unprepared. It wasn't even the bargaining, the haggling that got me. I can do that all day long. And so that's what it was. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, girl, but you're supposed to be the money guru. You're supposed to be the financial money abundance whisperer. What happened? What happened? How did you do this? How did you get here? How did you get here? And I'm sitting there and I was trying to make myself feel better about the situation. I was doing gratitude lists. I'm going to share the gratitude list I did with you all. Basically, because what I want you to know is that we're not perfect. Even if we have a so-called area of expertise or area of so-called expertise, we are still human. We are still open to mistakes, okay? We can still F up. And if we do, there is a way to get back with grace. Now, it may take a couple of days. It took me all of the days. I am still working my way back. I am still working my way back to feel emotionally sound with my decisions, to make peace with what I've done financially, because that is my Achilles heel. Money. Sometimes the spending, the overspending, the feeling that I foolishly spent will give me anxiety. It will trigger flare-ups. It will trigger things, okay, that I have to work through. The hard part about Morocco was my tribe wasn't there. Y'all know I went solo, so I didn't have a tribe to work through these things with vocally, because I like to talk things out, talk things through. And sometimes when trying to talk things out and through it, people who don't truly know you like that, doesn't always land correctly. It doesn't always land right. Sometimes you can end up on a defense because you feel like, you know, you have to over-explain because people don't know you like that. So when you're over-explaining, sometimes you may, it's just not always a pretty thing. So what I did financially also left me feeling lonely, extremely lonely, because I felt like I don't even have people here who understand me. I don't have my tribe here. I'm used to traveling with my security blanket. I'm used to traveling with people who speak my language. We speak the same language, so we know how to get each other back, you know, balanced. So I was feeling very unbalanced. And it all started with overspending my money. Hold on. But what I want you guys to know is even when we make our so-called mistakes, there is a way to get back with grace. One of the methods that I like the best is the gratitude list, is the list of positive aspects, is the looking at both sides of the picture and just really focusing on our best possibilities, our highest selves, our greatest potential, what out there is for us, and how money is just a transaction. It's just a transaction. It doesn't have real value. It doesn't have real anything. The worth of something is all about how something is hyped up, you know? Somebody can tell us a diamond, a yellow diamond, is worth $50,000, and just because it's a yellow diamond, we believe it. We buy into its rarity. We buy into its value that somebody else told us is its value, when the actuality is its value could be zero, just as easily as it can be $50,000, right? These are things that God put on this planet, but somehow we as human beings assigned it value. And I say that to say, even in the shopping, because like I said, I felt like I overpaid for some things. So even in the shopping, did I overpay? Or do I just have to tell myself a different story? That what I purchase is worth more than silver and gold. Maybe what I purchased, I can give it that value, that I gave this in exchange for that. And I have to make it okay with my soul. I have to make it okay with my soul, you know? And it's just that simple, because as easy as the money went out of my pocket, it can easily return to my pocket. However, I can stunt its return if I choose to dwell in this place of negative emotion, in this place of woe is me, in this place of I'm a victim because somebody tricked me into paying more than what I actually wanted to pay. Because it wasn't even the value. The value of what I purchased is worth the value. I just purchased way too much. Way too much. That's all. That's all. So it wasn't even that. It's because I didn't really understand the measuring system and that sort of thing. But in the meantime, let us continue to make returns. Now, let me tell you what I did at Target so far. The first day I spent $176.65 in Target. And I just returned $85.65. This means that I spent $91 in Target. Come on, camera. Come on. I spent $91 in Target. However, I bought some more things. I spent $40 more. So this meant I spent $131 at Target. And what did I buy? I had to buy some containers to put my newly owned herbs in, actually tea. I bought some beautifully green leaf tea, and I need something to put it in, so I bought this airtight jar. I feel like it's airtight. Are you airtight? Yeah. I bought this. It's pretty. And I also bought this one, a bigger one, because I bought a lot of tea. However, I am going to go look at a few more stores, and if I find something else cuter or less expensive, I will return these. And I could buy something on Amazon for cheaper, of course. But the thing with that is I ain't got time, because we're about to go on vacation again. And I need to get this tea properly stored. So that's why we're not doing that, because we're about to leave. I don't even have time to do the shipping. Okay, originally spent $105.79 at Kohl's. Just returned $79.50 back to them. Let's go home, and then we gotta go to Walmart, and then I'm gonna look at like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and things like that for the containers, for better containers, or containers that are, you know, blah 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 blah. But first I gotta go home. All right.